So hello there, day 22 since the Bombyx Mori, the mulberry silk moths or silkworms had hatched from their eggs. Now let's have a look. 2 days ago, if you want to go back to the German playlist to have a look, I was already changing food for them, the fodder plant. Now look what they do now. It was a little bit wet then, so I had to change the strategy a little bit, because I have seen that mycelium of a mold was arriving in my dishes with the caterpillars. So I kept them a little bit drier, so that not too much humidity is in the little box with the, now I think this is L3 now. This one here is L3, and there are still some that are L2, and they are still eating, but you see the food is seems a little dry, and I don't know whether this is really nice for them here, so I have to change, of course, the fodder for them. Also here everybody is waiting for new food, waving the head. Also here, this is seen now. You also see that here there is some mold to see. Also this is probably a very good sign that it's a little bit too wet now in here. So what we do, we just change them. Probably from now on we do not use too much of water for them. Yes, you see, sometimes you see that from the pellets, I don't know whether you can see this from the pellets here in the edge, you see very soft mycelium of a mushroom growing out there. Here you can see probably a little bit better on my finger that this is whitish traces. This is a sign that from the food pellets of the Bombyx Mori, most of the mold is starting to grow. So first we of course have to clean this, and then here's some new plant material for them, freshly picked in the garden, but now I'm running out of fresh mulberry, so I have to contact my friends of the Swiss Silk Association. At the moment there are 14 of these breeders of mulberry silkworms in Switzerland, and I have to ask them whether they have some nice mulberry leaves to give me for my breeding experience here with the mulberry silkworm. So now I'm going to put this in here. That's nice about the mulberry silkworm, mostly they crawl to the top of the food, so you just can pick them from the surface of the food. And if you're not sure whether this is really all of them, here are some that are a little bit underneath. Here also one that I can cut away. I always try not to touch them, because this seems to be one of the problems, that they can get sick if you always touch them, because we have a lot of bacteria on our fingers. So let's keep distance to them a little bit. Also, there are some of the breeders that give access to nobody into the breeding room while they are growing them, because this is sometimes really critical. And if you don't know what people are doing in your breeding room, better you keep them outside and make a nice window where they can look through, like with the breeding room of Uli Ramsayer in Hinterkappelen that you have seen in other videos here on the channel. So now I think I have transferred everything now here, and that's what are the leftovers. Although here you can see some signs of a mold growing here, but still they don't seem to sporulate, because then they would get colored a little bit. And here I have some more of these nice silkworms. So these I have to touch now, because I have to move them to the other plate, and this is the rest of the material. It's an interesting pattern here that they eat out. Looks like a map where they eat out the good stuff. So, and I just cover it with the new leaves here, and then they come up and start eating that. So I have this first plate ready now, and the others they will follow. Look how nice they are now in that L3 stage. Length is now about 2.5 to 3, 2.5 centimeters with the L3 larvae. So we are pretty slow here, because in the cellar it's around 20 degrees, not around 25, like with normal breeding rooms, but we have time. Let's see what they do. Thanks for watching.